like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn Chia, and this is back at you with another alternate universe What If. And this is going to be part 2 of What If Deku was the Galaxy King. Part 2. Now, due to y'all guys getting to 100 likes like fucking crackheads and wanting to see this, which I'm quite proud of y'all as a father of this channel. I'm really proud of y'all. Y'all really did it. Y'all actually made this happen. Y'all made my dream come to reality. Now y'all shall know true hentai. Now, that's my saying, that's my word. No one's not going to take it from me. I'm going to have that as my own. You shall know hentai. Now let's continue. Now pretty much where we last left off, you could say Mizuku, with the one eye. You could say the one cover up eye and long hair by the left side of older Deku. Or you could say, Midoriya, older Midoriya. You could say the older brother beside him. Pretty much, you could say Mizuku. You could say the one covered up eye, the old version of Deku. Pretty much had sex with All Might and got her quirk, One for All, and also became the successor. Now, you could say Deku, the Galaxy King. You could say the new Deku. Pretty much got information from Keyshawn Chia, the god, who pretty much told him that his brother pretty much had sex, and he pretty much got his power to get a little bit of boost upgrade and also longer, which Deku says okay, and never thought that his brother would, do it. And pretty much they all head to the beach. Mizuku, Deku, and also pretty much girl Deku, or you could say, girl Deku. You mean Deku's sister? Pretty much head to the beach to start training with All Might, which Mizuku start to blush, which All Might does too at each other. Now, let's continue with the new stuff, because I know y'all want the extra details and what's going to happen next and what's going on. Now, Deku pretty much is training at the beach, and testing out his powers and abilities. He learns a couple of tricks. He learns that he can float, he can fly around and stuff without feeling tired or drained. He can drain life force from creatures and give life to creatures, which he can, bring someone back to life from the dead, or pretty much take someone's life away. He can take souls away. And put souls and switch souls in each body, or just take them away and stuff. He can also you could say learn everything instantly just by touching the book or just doing things. Or he can create laser beams from his eyes. He can pretty much do a lot of shit. I'm not gonna explain the whole list, but he can do anything, you could say. Now, you could say he can create like an illusion barrier where he can summon a giant meteor to pretty much kill his foes or pretty much destroy the planet. He can pretty much do whatever. That's all. Now, Deku is pretty much saying, wow, I can do a lot of things. Which All Might saying, wow, amazing. She's blushing a little bit at, Deku, which Deku looks at her and says, nah. You already have my brother. You're not having me. Giving her the stare. Pretty much saying, nah, you already have my brother. You already slept with my brother. You better keep him. He's a keeper. Which All Might looks down, blushing even harder. Now, this is where Mizuku says, well, this is where All Might, she's pretty much saying, okay, Mizuku, you ready to test out your quirk? Let me see. what percent you can control. Which this is where Mizuku says, all right, they pretty much crushed down to the ground, and he creates a massive crater, and she's shocked because he controlled 100% all one for all without taking any damage because Mizuku has a regeneration quirk because that's his quirk. He has a regeneration quirk, so he can keep using like one for all without damaging himself or having the recorruption of having a broken arm or anything. Now, you could say Deku's sister. She's pretty much comes beside and says, "Brothers, I think I know what I can do with my quirk." Which this is where she breathes in and she lights. You could say she turns her body into like pure dark. Have you ever like? She doesn't have a quirk, but she has, you could say, a devil fruit ability. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? Devil fruits is in this 18 only hentai? Yes, devil fruits exist in this, but devil fruits is pretty much really like hard to find. Like it's really hard. Like it's in the black market. You could say black online, like you could say like the black market online, like which like if you go on the black market online, you have to risk getting abducted and stuff. And pretty much Deku's sister was online buying a devil fruit, which one of the devil fruits says dark, but this is a better version of dark. Instead of like you have to think to pretty much cover yourself in dark so you won't get hurt or anything. She can just passively not think about it and no one can't hit her. It's a Logia. It's a better type of dark Logia fruit. But pretty much she's saying I can do a lot of things with my with this devil fruit, which Deku says, okay, let me see. Which Mizuku's saying, yeah, let's see. This is where she says, okay, well, one of y'all want to hit me? Which Mizuku says, alright, I'll try. Now, he does a full 100% to short smash at his sister, and she pretty much doesn't get hit by it. She's pretty much, like, passively thought about it real quick, because this the short smash is, like, 100%, and also it's Mizuku, which, like I said, he's a new successor, so you could say it's 10 times powerful. So when it hits, you could say her, it doesn't hit her or phase her. It doesn't touch her. And Mizuku's saying, "Wow, amazing." But Jackie's saying, "Huh, cool, sister. Look like that devil fruit works." But she's a little rebellious, saying, stop it, guys." This is where they finish up on the 2 weeks or 2 months, if someone said. You could say, and this is where all three of them head to the UA High Museum. But this is where you could say Dark Deku comes in, and he's pretty much saying, "What's up, guys? I'm coming with y'all." Which Deku says, "Wait a minute, you don't even like to become a hero. What about your whole dream of becoming a crime boss and doing your own thing of villainy and stuff?" Which Mizuku says, "Yeah, brother, you never wanted to become a hero." Which girl Deku, or you could say Deku's sister, female Deku, pretty much says, "Yeah, what made you change all soon?" This is where pretty much he says, "I changed my mind. Being a villain, it's just too much of a hassle. You have to constantly do villain stuff, have to break people's legs and stuff, and it's just not worth it. I want to be a hero. I want to see what's good in the world and all that." Which Deku and them, take the bait and stuff. But Deku is not buying it, saying, "Yeah, right." Like he wants to be a hero. He's planning something. But he goes along saying, "Okay." Now they pretty much all head together. And I'm gonna say Dark Deku, had a backup plan. Like he pretty much terrified the teachers, blackmailed them, because we're gonna say one of the teachers was, you could say, having a relationship with a young student in the middle school, and was not supposed to do, and they was having sex and stuff in the classroom, which he has pictures of them, of the teacher sticking his penis in her and nutting in it multiple times. So he blackmailed some of the teachers and got selected to go to UA. Now they're all walking together, and Dark Deku is pretty much, having a conversation with his brothers and sister, with his brothers and his sister, and they're all laughing and stuff. And then this is where Deku, trips over. Well, yeah, this is where Deku trips over Uraraka, and he's about to catch himself until Uraraka have him on a gravitation. Now, this is where you could say Deku is, flying, saying, "Huh, neat," and Mizuku is saying, "Oh, what the, freaking out a little bit, because he's gonna have the personality, a little bit freaking out." And Uraraka is saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you, I saw you about to fall, so I, used my gravity thing," which Deku says, "Oh, it's okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it." Kisses her hand and says, "Well, I gotta go now." Which she says, "Wait, I haven't know your name." Which this is where female Deku pretty much comes up to her saying, "Oh, don't worry about him. His name is Deku. And my name is pretty much, you could say girl, or girl Deku." Which, Uraraka says, "Your name is Girl Deku?" But she says, "Yeah, I know. My mom was pretty lazy at the time, but she named me as Girl Deku." and we're all you could say we're all triplets and twins. We all look the same. Which Uraraka says, "Yeah, I see the twinsness of all of y'all." Which Mizuku pretty much saying, "Yeah, well, we better get going, sister." But she says, "Oh yeah," and she's pretty much whispered to Uraraka ear saying, I like your hair. You look beautiful." And pretty much goes off saying, "See ya," which Uraraka blushes real hard because, like I said, she bestowed a blessing to all of them because she wants to see what's going to happen. The goddess of love, you could say. Now, pretty much, Deku and them is all heading in. This is where they see Bakugo. Bakugo is, looking at them all, pissed off look. And he looks at Deku the most with a disgust look because, pretty much you could say Deku mom told the truth saying that she slept with Deku, and Bakugo got really pissed saying, "When I see him, he's dead next time, when I get the chance to really fight him." Now, Deku looks at him and gives him the funny ass smirk, which pisses him off saying, pisses Bakugo off, giving him really mad, which you could say Girl Deku says, "Brother, what did you do to Bakugo?" Which he says, "Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing, sister. He's just really pissed off at me for no reason." Which she says, "Huh, sounds like a dick." Sounds like a dick. Which Izuka says, Yeah, don't talk about Kashan like that. Like, he's still a good person." Which Deku says, "Alright, if you say so, brother." Now, they go take their seats and they pretty much listen to the announcements and stuff. And for the testing, Deku gets in first, Mizuku gets in second, and actually no, Girl Deku gets in. You could say Deku's sister gets in second, and Mizuku gets in third. Now, for the weights, Deku gets in first. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so let's continue. So basically, for the weights thing, you could say Deku's first, Mizuku second, and female, you could say Girl Deku or Deku's sister is in third. I know what you're thinking. What? She's in third? A girl? Yes, she's in third. She's pretty much in third. Hard to believe it, okay? Now, for the robot thing, the teacher is pretty much is pretty much his hold on. Yeah, he's pretty much explaining about the robot testing and stuff, and talking about the whole what you got to do and stuff, and you get extra points for rescuing and all that. Now, Deku is saying, I bet y'all I can get first, which girl Deku or Deku's sister says, nah, I'm definitely gonna get first. Which Mizuku, he has a little courage saying, nah, I'm gonna get first because I have the power now. Which Deku says, alright, bet on it. Which, they says, okay. And Deku says, whoever gets it first has to buy the loser, has to buy the winner, has to give the winner $100. Well, $20, which they say bet. Now, when he says, are you marking set go, they blitz, they start going. Now, you could say girl Deku or Deku's sister pretty much is destroying robots with the, you could say with the black, I think the black fruit, or you could say Blackbeard's double fruit. I think dark, yeah, dark. Pretty much is destroying robots left and right, sinking them under the ground and stuff, and destroying them like that, and also creating spikes and stuff because she learned how to make the double fruit in her own way. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, is she gonna learn like her Logia, learn how to use the Logia and like learn hockey and stuff? Yes, okay, she's going to learn that stuff in time, my child, in time, my children. But pretty much, she's using like creating black flames, making a black hole, and then making a black hole, like black fireball, like a black fireball to throw down at enemies. I mean, at robots and stuff. This is where Mizuku is running in, and he's pretty much, the sword smashing robots without, like, killing up and stuff. And he's also like kicking robots and stuff with his leg, and also like using the sword smash and stuff and hopping real high, and it heals back up much quicker. And he's landing down and destroying robots. And this is where Deku is pretty much he pretty much summoned a sword, and he's just he pretty much summoned the gun and he just starts shooting robots left and right, taking his time with it. And he's like pop, 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 not even trying. Which all the teachers are saying, that's a one cocky kid. Which All Might is saying, oh, he's not cocky, he's just being lazy right now, not showing his true potential. Now, this is where Deku says, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna pretty much take a rest. And he pretty much starts to float and about to fall asleep until he hears a girl scream. And it's a rocket. He says, hey, it's the girl who stopped me from falling early. And he pretty much goes in and about to go save her, pretty much floating, taking his time. Until Deku about to come in and try to short smash the robot. But this is where you could say female Deku comes in and she runs in and she does you could say a black flame fist. A massive black flame fist, and she punches the robot away, sending it flying and blowing up a massive explosion. But she controlled the explosion and made it like absorb into itself. Like kinda like crushing itself in. Like you could say, imagine like a thing like absorbing itself in. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. And also she gets a rocker, picks her up, carrying her, saying, are you alright? And she blushes and saying, yeah. And in her head she's getting a little bit wet, but in her head she's saying, why do I feel this way about her? I don't really think I like girls. This is where she says, well, I better be going now, bye. And she walks away, and Deku and Mizuku saying, damn it, that was our robot to destroy. Which Mizuku says, yeah. And Deku says, you know what, it's whatever, sister. I wanted to see if you can handle yourself anyways, and clearly you got that. And he started walking away. Which Mizuku says, wake up, sorry, not wake up, but wait up, brother. And started, trying to catch up with him. This is where Uraraka is, saying, I have to ask you to talk to her and stuff. I have to know her better. Which, after the whole thing and they're all heading home, this is where Uraraka stops. You could say Deku's sister and says, "Can I talk to you for a second?" Which uh, female Deku, or she says, "Yeah, we can talk." Now, Uraraka is talking to her, saying, "I really want to say thank you for saving me and stuff." And she's thinking, and she says, "But I want to give you a gift." And she's thinking in her head, like, "Just go for the kiss, go for the kiss." And she goes for the kiss, kissing female Deku. Now you say this is like a casual, normal kiss. Nah, this is a long ass kiss. We're talking about the nasty kiss. But now, female Deku, she's pretty much saying, "Would you like to come to my place?" Which, which Uraraka says, "Yeah." Now she goes to female Deku's place, and they had you could say a night to remember, and they're doing the deed. And I'm going into detail, so if you don't want this detail, get the F out the kitchen, because this is about to get spicy, kids. Now, female Deku pretty much takes off her clothes and pretty much sucking on the titty, squeezing nipples, making her moan, making her more wet. And you could say, switch positions, and you could say they're eating out each other, you could say. Now, this is where you could say, both come on each other's faces. Now, this is where female Deku pulls out the dildo, and you could say the strap, you could say, and she says, "Well, I never thought I had to use this," and she penetrates, you could say, Uraraka. Now, she's going in and out, and this is where she makes Uraraka comes again, and they pretty much pass out with each other. And they make out while they're passing out. Now the next day comes, and pretty much they get their acceptance letter. And Uraraka is pretty much, she's still in the bed. And she wakes up and says, "Good morning." Pretty much kissing female Deku in the cheek. And she says, "Yeah, good morning." Now this is where female Deku opened up her acceptance letter. And she sees that she got, in first place. Saying, "They totally gonna owe me $20. Which Deku and Mizuku gets their acceptance saying that Deku got in second and Mizuku got in third. Got in third. Which they're saying, "Shit. Look like we're gonna have to pay the $20. Now this is where Uraraka says, "Oh shit." Or you could say, she says, "Oh crap, I forgot. I have to see if I got accepted." Which female Deku pulls her in and kisses her and says, I see you in class then? If we're in the same class." Which she says, "Yeah." Now she pretty much heads out the house, and Inko pretty much sees a girl going out the house saying, "Huh, who she was with? And why is she coming out this early?" Now this is where Inko comes in and says, "Okay, morning children," which everybody comes downstairs saying, "Morning, Mom," including the oldest, saying, "Yeah, Mom, morning." Now they're all sitting at the table, including you could say Dark Deku, and they're pretty much all talking and stuff, and explaining, while explaining like they got accepted and stuff, including Dark Deku showing his letter saying, "Yeah, I got accepted too into the UA High." Now, pretty much you could say they got I gotta say, yeah, they're pretty much talking, and how excited they are. Anko's proud of them, but she says, "But there's one more thing. Who was the girl who brought a girl over and slept with her without telling me?" Which everybody's saying, "Don't look at me." Which Deku says, "Hey, don't look at me. I didn't sleep with no one here." Which older Deku, or you could say Midoriya, pretty much saying, "Hey, Mom, don't look at me. I know the rules in the house. Don't have sex while little Deku's here. And the other is here. Which Dark Deku says, Mom, I know I do a lot of things, but I would never bring a girl over and have sex. And Mizuku's saying, no, Mom, it's not me, please. Which this is where female Deku looks down and she says, I'm sorry, Mom. And Inko says, my daughter? You're the most kindly and you're the most smartest and caring girl, and you never do nothing bad. But you brought a girl over here? I mean, I didn't know you like girls, but jeez. Which everybody is like saying, huh, never thought you would do a girl. Well, we're supporting of you if you like girls. Which she's saying, let's just stop talking about the subject. She's blushing real hard. Now, the next day, they pretty much all get dressed and they start heading into the classroom. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. My cousin Marcus was leaving and he needed me to lock the door. But let's continue. Pretty much, Inko, well, pretty much them is, walking to the school and stuff. And they head into the classroom. Now, Dark Deku, Mizuku, and pretty much female Deku and Midoriya. Deku is pretty much all in the classroom. And they see Bakugo pretty much yelling at Idon, and you could say they're both, yelling at each other, which Idon's saying, hey, like, you can't put you're disrespecting school, you can't be doing that, which Bakugo says, oh, fuck off, diff nerd. Which, this is where Idon says, hey, you messing with my flavor saver? But, let me stop, that's pretty much me, which Bakugo says, what? And this is where Deku says, yeah, Bakugo, you should probably stop. You kind of being a dick and disrespecting the school. Which, ain't you want to be the #1 hero? Or should I take that place? Since I'm the king of the world of all that. King of the galaxy of all that, you could say. Which, Bakugo says, what you say, nerd? This is where everybody else comes in, and they're saying hi and stuff. He's kind of, stressed out and saying, oh, hi guys, hi, trying to make a conversation and stuff. Which, female Deku is, she's all excited, saying hello, and, glad to meet all the girls and stuff, and all that. This is where she sees Uraraka, and she's blushing hard and saying, hey Uraraka, which Uraraka says, hey girl Deku, and they pretty much, blushing hard, but also trying to not make it awkward because they just had sex with each other. Now Deku is pretty much smiling, saying, hey brother, this must be awkward. Which Mizuku is, does a little smile and says, yeah, it must be awkward. Now, pretty much, you could say, pretty much, the other students comes in and they're all getting to know each other and stuff, and Deku is pretty much, saying, yo, what's up, and all that. And this is where the teacher Razorhead gets up and he says, why you gotta be so loud? And he pretty much looks at the class. He looks at the Dekus and he says, what? Are those clones? What? And Deku says, oh no, these are my brothers and my sister. We're pretty much all twins, but we have one older brother and we have one little brother. Which Razorhead says, oh, okay. And this is where he says, well, okay everybody, we're going to go outside of the gym. We're going to go outside and we're going to test out your quirks and see if y'all worthy to be in this class one day. Which, just where Elon does the whole thing and makes the whole class much worse, saying, well, you can't do that. And this is where Razorhead says, oh, you're just telling me what to do? Because I just qualified a whole class before. I kicked them all out. Which Deku says, listen sir, I'm sorry that this idiot was talking back at you, but we do what you say. And to show what we got to be in this classroom. Which he says, okay. And let's see then. And they're pretty much all heading into things, you could say, in the locker rooms and stuff. Hold on, 1 minute. This might look like it took a minute, but it's whatever. But continue on. Pretty much, we're gonna start with the girls' locker room. Now, girl Deku, pretty much, she's doing her well, you could say is changing, you know, pretty much changing in her gym uniform. This is where Uraraka, she's checking out her, and she's getting wet and biting her lip, which is where girl Deku looks at her and she does a smile. It pretty much is, you could say, bending over, which Uraraka is, can't resist and trying to, just zooming on that ass, which is where the other girl saying, "Hey Uraraka, what you looking at?" Which she says, nothing. Pretty much blushing real hard and stuff. Now, all the other girls are saying, "Okay, weird," and they're pretty much talking and stuff. You could say talking and talking to each other, saying, "What do you think the tests are going to be and stuff?" And Uraraka is saying, "I don't know," but she's thinking of the ass of girl Deku ass. Now, we switch over to the boys' room. Deku is pretty much, Deku's taking off his shirt. Well, taking off his shirt and pretty much take off his pants to put on his gym uniform. And they see pretty much him ripped. And they're saying, "Damn." And they also see pretty much Dark Deku and Mizuku. And they pretty much ripped. But Mizuku got scars, you could say, on his body. And Deku's saying, "Hey brother," or "Hey Mizuku, how did you get those scars?" Which he's pretty much saying, "Oh, well, you could say I was training a little bit too much." Which Deku says, "Ah, I see." And the other guy's saying, "Did y'all go to a gym? Do y'all, what weights y'all do? What y'all set up? How y'all so ripped and, powerful?" Which, Dark Deku says, "Well, it's only natural. We've been gifted by our father, by our mothers, our two mothers." Which Deku says, "Two mothers? I thought Mom says we don't have a father or a mother." Which Dark Deku says, "Oh yeah, I'm right. I'm sorry. Forgive my craziness." Which Deku says, "We have two mothers?" And which Mizuku is thinking about that too, but they scratch it off and they say, "No, we just been training," but you could say. Now they head out, and pretty much the girls are blushing over, you could say, Deku and Mizuku, and also Dark Deku. Now, pretty much, Dark Deku looks at, you could say, the Invisible Girl, or you could say her, and he's pretty much looking at her, seeing her whole physical body. He can physically see her. You could see through her quirk. He can cancel out her quirk and fix it and stuff. And he can see right through her. And she's blushing hard. And she looking down saying, Can he see me? Can he see my actually true self?" Now Dark Deku is pretty much, saying, "Yo, she's kinda hot. I might wanna hook up with her later." Which Mizuki says, "I don't see, she's invisible. I don't see her face." Which Dark Deku says, "Trust me, I can see her. I can see her beautiful face, and she got a rockin' body." Which Deku can see through her too, and says, "Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I think you should go for her, brother." Which Dark Deku says, "Alright, should I?" Which Deku says, "Yeah, go for it. Alright, I see what you can do." He says, "Alright, I see." And he said, "Will you be my wingman?" Which Deku says, "Yeah, sure, if you want me to." Now, pretty much, they do all the thing. Uh, Now we're gonna say for the swimming thing, Deku gets in first because his floating ability. Mizuku gets in second because like the one for all quirk and how he does it. And Dark Deku, he gets in fourth because he's not showing off the one for all quirk. I mean the all for one quirk. He's not showing what's his true capabilities and what he can do. Like he can like one for all can pretty much take away quirks or copy quirks. Well, they say it can take away quirks or do a conversion of quirks together, but this Dark Deku can pretty much take away quirks, give quirks out, can copy quirks, or he can, use quirks as his own and, have them forever in his, you could say, the merge to like multiply the quirks and, keep making the one for all quirk as a god tier. Now, he's pretty much is just, chilling, which Deku saying, hey, brother, why have you not used your quirk? Like, I know you have a quirk, but why are you not using it? Which he's pretty much saying, you see, I'm not much as a show-off like you. Like, you're the pride of the family who'd be showing off your quirk like that. Which he says, yeah, you got a point. I guess you're right. Now, Deku is thinking in his head, saying, what is he up to? Like, he never acted this friendly before. Or show his, like, say these words. Something's not right about him. And plus, he never once berated me or said something rude about me, saying that I don't know why I'm in the school, that I don't have a quirk or anything, or saying that I'm still not powerful. What is he up to? Now, this is where pretty much the ball throw. Deku gets it first. Well, gets in the tie first with Uraraka because of their infinite ball throw. Female Deku, she gets in fourth. Mizuku gets in second. And Dark Deku gets in third because he shows a little bit of his quirk. But, Razorhead was trying to cancel out his quirk, which it didn't work on Dark Deku. Which Dark Deku looks at him and says, nice try, teacher. I know what you was trying to do there. You was trying to cancel out my quirk, which he pretty much closed one of his eyes and does a shh, and pretty much shows his red eyes, which Razor said, is that my quirk? Now, pretty much everybody passes. All students pass. No one didn't get disqualified, and yes, the Dekus are going to be in the classroom too. Actually, no. One student gets kicked out, and it's Mineta. Because we're going to say Razorhead didn't want to have a quirk pervert like him to be in his classroom and have problems and stuff. Now, pretty much all of them is decided and stuff, except for Mineta. He goes home and pretty much cries himself to sleep. Probably masturbate or something, you could say. And this is where you could say Dark Deku goes for his moves, make his moves, pretty much going for the invisible girl and saying, hey, you wanna go out with me? Which she's saying, me? Which she's blushing, which Dark Deku can see her blushing, and he pretty much lift up her you could say chin and saying, come on, would you have this date with me? Which she's blushing real hard, saying, how does he know where my face is? Not yet. This is where she says okay, but she says, well, can I bring a friend? Dark Deku says, yeah, you can bring a friend. Which this is where she brings Flappy, or the frog girl with the acid quirk. The frog girl. Now, Deku pretty much comes in and says, yeah, me and my brother can go. Now, pretty much Deku sees, okay, he says, I kind of want to see what she can do with that tongue. That's what he's thinking and says, saying, let me see what she can do with that tongue. Now, we're gonna say later at that night, Deku and Dark Deku, who's pretty much getting dressed and stuff, are saying, are you ready for your date, brother? Which Deku saying, anytime, ready when you are, which they pretty much head out. And Inko says, alright, make sure to come home safe, which they said we were wrong. Now they pretty much head and get going. And they pretty much meet their dates, which is Fargo. You could say Fargo with Quirk, Fargo and Invisible Girl. Which I'm not gonna say the names, but you know what they are. Now they're pretty much having a fun time and stuff. Deku's pretty much talking to Fargo and getting to know her and stuff, and knowing her family and what her quirk can, like what her ability and what she can actually do. And Deku is saying, "Huh, quite amazing." But this is where Deku says, "I wonder what you can do in the bed, though." Which she blushes hard and says, excuse me? Which, she's blushing. He's saying, yeah, I wonder what you can do in that bed in your tongue, though. I bet you can hop on this, which he says, this dick. Which, she's getting wet, and she says, and, she's thinking about it, saying, wow, I didn't know a boy ever wanted to have sex with me. I wanted to do it because of the way I look or something. And this is where Deku says, well, do you want to come to a motel and we can do it? Or you could say have sex. When she closes her legs and says, okay, and says yes. Now, Deku and Flappy, or you could say Frog Girl, goes in the hotel and you could say have sex. Now I'm gonna go in detail in this one because, like I said, 100 likes. I'm gonna go in detail in every single day. In every single crick and candy. There is no detail left out in this of all sex scenes. So I'm going in every detail. So let's continue. Pretty much, you could say Frogby is making out with Deku. Pretty much having her whole tongue wrap around Deku's tongue and pretty much making out with him. Now this is where she pushes him on the bed and pretty much pulls down his pants and pretty much wrap her tongue around Deku's penis. And she's doing that you could say frog action while sucking him off, and Deku is busting a nut in the mouth. Now Deku things get back up hard because, like I said, Deku has that strong thing, and she pretty much hops on him and you could say she rides him like a bull, and he nuts in the vagina. Now, we switch over to Dark Deku, and he's pretty much having a good time with the Invisible Girl. He's pretty much saying, like, you're very beautiful, which she says, stop, you're just saying that. You're just saying that so you don't feel, so I won't feel bad about myself, which Dark Deku says, no, I can really show you how beautiful you are. And he pretty much leans in for a kiss, kissing her and fixing her quirk that was pretty much broken. Now her quirk starts to fix and it shows like her whole face, her body, her skin, and everything. And we're gonna say she's pretty much Japanese, and her hair is yellow. We're gonna say yellow, and her eyes is blue. Which Deku says, you see, look at yourself, you're beautiful. Which he pretty much forms a mirror. You could say a mirror to show her looks, and she's pretty much crying. And which Dark Deku says, oh my god, did I do something? Are you okay? Which she starts crying, saying, this is the first ever time I can actually see myself. I can't believe it, thank you. Now, Dark Deku leans in for a kiss and pretty much kisses her, and she's, leaning in, and they're both kissing each other. Now, this is the 18 juicy part of Down and Dirty, you could say. Now, they're pretty much in the park by themselves. At the park by themselves, and they pretty much start kissing each other. Now, this is where you could say they lead into a tree, and this is where they do it. You could say in the park, by a tree. Now, Deku rips out his thing, and she pretty much explains to him that she's a virgin, which Dark Deku says, well, I'm a virgin too. Will you be my first? Which she says, of course. Now, this is where Deku sticks his penis in the vagina and starts, you could say, biting on the neck and stuff, and her moans is kind of loud. So you could say like no one's around. No one was around, so no one didn't hear it. But pretty much, he's going in there, and this is where he butts a nut in there, and he pretty much says that was the best sex I ever had, which she blushes anymore and says, well, thank you. Now this is where Deku they pretty much get dressed, and he picks her up and starts walking her, which she says, why are you carrying me? Which he says, well, since we had sex at the park and I know you're tired for me holding you, you're tired from that sex, I might as well carry you. Which she blushes and says, okay. Now we switch back to Deku. Not Dark Deku, but Deku. And he's pretty much laying with Poppy, and they're pretty much talking to each other and stuff, and she asks, will you leave me for some other girl? Which Deku says, no. I think he was really pretty when I first saw you. And plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kinda wanted to see what that tongue can do. Which she blushes really hard, because whatever Deku or any Deku say, if they're talking dirty or talking sex talk, it's just the girls will just their sexism and all that and stuff will just get eaten high, and like they will want them even more. So if a Deku rejects a girl saying, no, I don't like you, you ugly skin, they just gonna want that Deku even more, you could say. Or if they be kind, it works 10 times higher. But if they're like talking dirty, it works 20 times higher. Now, pretty much, Deku and Froggy pretty much lay in the bed, and they pretty much fall asleep with each other at that night. And Dark Deku and Invisible Girl could say they sleep with each other that night too. Now, next day, they get dressed, and they're all heading to school, which Deku is walking with Froggy, which she is laying her hand close to Deku's. So Deku is saying, and grabs her hand and pretty much walks with her, which she's blushing and quite happy that Deku's holding her hand. Now, this is where you could say Dark Deku is holding the Invisible Girl hand, and they're walking to school. Now, this is where they see each other, and like Invisible Girl and Poppy sees each other, and they say hey to each other. Which the two brothers say, "Sup, hey brother, did you do anything special last night?" Which Dark Deku says, "I don't know. Would you like to tell me?" Which he says, "A man never tells his words." Which Dark Deku says, "Me too." And they says, "Alright." Now, they head in the building, and they take their seats and stuff. And this is where Mizuki says, "Where were y'all? Y'all was supposed to be at the house." Which, Dark Deku says, "Listen, we're old enough to get jobs, so I don't think we need to be constantly at the house, always. Unless it's our turn to watch little brother." Which Mizuki says, "Yeah, you got a point. It's not our turn yet." Which this is where Deku's sister says, "Did y'all have sex?" Which Deku looks at his sister and says, "I don't know, sister, did you have sex with your girlfriend?" But she blushes hard and says, "How did you know?" Which she closes her mouth, and Deku pretty much laughs and says, "Ha, look like I got you again." Now this is where pretty much Razorhead is explaining about they're going to do the hero versus villains test. Or you could say, yeah, the test. This is where female All Might comes in, dashing at the thing and saying, "I am here," which everybody's saying, "Oh my god, All Might" and stuff. And this is where All Might looks at Mizuki, pretty much trying to find where's Mizuki, and she smiles and blushes red, which Mizuki blushes red too. Now this is part 2 of What If Deku was the Galaxy King. I hope y'all guys enjoy. I hope y'all guys like. Now for the next one, it's going to be 110 likes. 110 likes. If y'all can get this up to 110 likes, I will do an automatic video again by this nighttime. Okay? So y'all have 6 hours, or about pretty much 1 o'clock in the morning, to trying to get me up to 110 likes. If y'all can do that, then I will make an automatic next video of this, alright? And I will pretty much do it for y'all guys. I will sacrifice all my sleep and energy to make this next video, okay? For y'all guys, I will. But I'm Keyshawn Chia. Thanks for watching, and peace out, guys. See you later.